Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin. I'm filming this in my storage unit today. What I'm doing today is a Friday cover challenge response video. So every Friday, Comic Collector Geek sets out a challenge, and this cover challenge is robot covers. So I was very interested in partaking in this. If you want to do the same, find 10, or you don't have to do 10, but find your favorite robot covers and film a video and put it up on your channel and put in hashtag robot covers and hashtag Friday Comic Challenge. And you can tag in myself, Aussie Comic Book Collector, or Comic Collector Geek. You can tag us in there. I'd love to see what you have. But I've got 10 covers here. Now, maybe I'll just explain as I go along. So the first one I have for you is issue 12 of Thor. Now, what we have here is the Destroyer. Now, he is this big hulking robot, like an Asgardian robot. But not so much a robot, so much as a Asgardian weapon of death. But he's encased in steel, Asgardian steel, and you take his faceplate off and he shoots his massive beam that can just kill everything. If you've seen the first Thor movie, he was in that, and I really like the visuals of the Destroyer. And so, yeah, here he is on the cover by John Romita Jr. So, yeah, is he a robot? Is he an Asgardian weapon of death? You tell me. Does that suffice? I don't know. I'm just having some fun here. All right, so we've got a few more to go. What I have for you next is issue 27 of JLA, and what we have here is Amazo. Now, Amazo is a robot who has all the powers of the JLA. So I found this to be a really interesting concept when I first found out about it. Now, admittedly, when I first bought JLA, when was this? 1999. I wasn't as adversed with the JLA as I was with, say, the Avengers. And I remember I actually bought this comic in the middle of nowhere. My dad and I went on a business trip for him, and I was on school holidays. No, I was out of school by then. Anyway, we went to this out of town, small town, and went to the newsagent there, and I picked this up, and I thought, geez, what is this? And I really enjoyed the artwork. And then I love the concept of Amazo in that he can have all the powers of the JLA. Okay, so something a little bit different. It's the last issue of Ghost Rider 2099. And you can't really tell from the Ashley Wood cover, but Ghost Rider of 2099 was a robot. He still is a robot. And by this time, they were really playing up with the visual aspects of Ghost Rider. And I really enjoy this cover. I'm just looking at the back. I'm a little bit distracted by who was this? I think this was... Oh, that's right. Her name's Heartbreaker. Yeah, as you can see, I was just a little bit distracted. But yeah, here we have Ghost Rider 2099 on the cover. It's his final issue. He wouldn't appear in another comic for a fair while, I think. Actually, no, I lie. He was in a few more things around that time, and then for a long space of time, he was not in any Marvel comics. All right. I am waffling on today. What I have for you next is issue 11 of Agents of Atlas. Now, I've only recently gotten into Agents of Atlas, and I've only recently come to see just how cool this series is. So what we have here is U-51, and he's actually an alien who has come to Earth, much like... I'm trying to remember the name of the movie. I can't remember. Oh, why am I drawing a blank? You know, I should have written all this stuff down. Oh boy, they did a remake of this movie with Keanu Reeves, I think, only recently, and it kind of bombed. But anyhow, I'm getting sidetracked. I should really stick on point with these comics. Really like the cover of this, and I really enjoy the Agents of Atlas concept. This version of the team, though, the current version is just kind of trash. That's just my opinion, though. I could be wrong. What I have for you next is another last issue. It's issue 14 of Stars and Stripe, and unfortunately, this is the only comic I have of Stars and Stripe. But what you have here, he's in the shadow because of the car here. But you have Stripe, and Stripe is the robotic consciousness of Stripesy, who was a Golden Age hero, and yeah, took a chance getting this. I was a fan of Jeff Johns at the time, and I knew this was a passion project of his, so I picked it up, and I was really glad I did because it was a lot of fun. Even if it was the last issue, it was a lot of fun. I should actually go back and get the remaining other issues. Okay, so let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. So let's crack it on. Issue 27 of Star Wars. Sorry for the background noise. I have all the doors open. Okay, so issue 27 of Star Wars with C-3PO. Yeah, what can I say? The comic's a bit banged up. I'm not a Star Wars fan as much as other people are, and this was just part of a lot. I took a passing interest in it. It's got nice artwork, I'll admit that. But yeah, I'm not really hung up on Star Wars. But yeah, it's a robot cover. It suffices. It classifies, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm more interested in this though. It is Terminator 2 Infinity. So this is issue 3, and I have except for the last issue, surprisingly, I have the entire run of this series. It wasn't a long series, but it was everything I wanted to see in a Terminator book. And I just loved this cover. I just thought this was a really popping cover. Please let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know what you think of any of these titles that I'm showing. Am I completely off the mark with robot covers? I don't know. The next one, actually, I'll just flip this around because I'm going to show a really obscure book as the last book. And yeah, there's 3 more to go. So what I have here is RoboCop, Citizen's Arrest, number 1. Now, in hindsight, I should have picked up all of these. This was really interesting, but I did buy it for the cover. I saw this on the shelf, and I was just floored. I thought, wow, that is fantastic. And it was written by Brian Wood, and he kind of does something a little bit different with RoboCop. He kind of takes it back to more of a police procedural story rather than sort of like one man versus the whole of Detroit. But yeah, a really nice book, really lovely cover, really lovely artwork inside. So, this is a robot cover, I assure you. And I could have shown the first issue because it's here somewhere, but I knew where this issue was. It's issue 81 of Futurama Comics. And now this is actually the last issue of the series. Now, this came out 2016, and back then comics were starting to go digital, and I know Marvel would have their letter pages on their website. So rather than printing them in books, you had to log onto the Marvel website and try and find the particular issue and the letter and see if your letter was published. It was terrible. But then, from memory, this series went digital. And so this was the last printed series, last printed comic that you could get in comic book shops. And then you had to go onto the Bongo website. I don't know how long that lasted for, or even if that actually happened, because I was never interested in digital comics. But anyhow, getting off track as always, we have Bender here, shaped like a horse, and Leela is fighting a dragon. There we go. What a cover. And honestly, what a series. That was a really fun series. Now, I have something obscure for you. It is issue 1 of Futurama. It's not Futurama. It's not Futurama. But it is a robot cover. It's issue 1 of Futurama with a sexy robot on the cover. Now, I know Alan of Comic Collector Geek is all into good girl art and robots. So, Alan, what do you think of this? I saw this on my comic shop and I had to pick it up. Got it relatively cheap. Got it. I read it. I loved it. It was everything I thought it would be, but it's actually a little bit more subtle than what I thought it would be. Really nice artwork inside, and I'm really glad I've got it. And yeah, I think this classifies as a robot cover. So if you would like to show off your robot covers, please do a video. Please link it in the comments down below. I'd love to check them out. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you at the next one.